Oh, thank you so much, team. Absolutely love this narrative, reframing the notion of freedom in the context of today. And speaking of the freedom of expression, we're going to connect with a gent now who is connected to the source, I have a feeling. He is this month's Club X cover story, and with good reason. We are talking about hairstylist Jesse Gallant, who has unlocked his 100% and more by helping others to unlock their own with his inspiring story. And we've got him on the line right now. Happy Freedom Day, my brother. Jesse, how you doing, bro?
Hello, morning. I'm doing good. Yourself?
Oh, really good, my friend. So good to be connecting with you again. I always joke that you might be the coolest human being on the face of the planet. And that stems from the fact that you have tapped into this authentic thread. You are who you are 100%. And you've been dubbed not just your average barber on the block by most, I think, who encounter this brand that you represent. How did you get into hairstyling? And why is this so much more than just a job for you? Because it feels like a calling, man. It feels like it represents something else.
Firstly, I would definitely say it's a calling, because I've tried so many things in my past, you know. Families offering me like go study here, you know. So like I did do a few things like in my journey, and just the hair kept pulling me, you know. Hair kept pulling me, but I would say it's definitely a calling, because it just feels right when I'm doing it, and I don't see myself doing anything else. Like, I love working with people. I love putting a smile on people's faces. Yeah, and I don't see myself doing anything else, and that is why I'm tatted full. So I would always tell myself as a kid, I'm going to tattoo myself full, so I wouldn't be able to get another job, you know. So that was one of my sacrifices I've made.
And I'm so glad you did it. You talk about that personal connection to people. Believe it or not, we did a hyper-focused study on the most high-pressure jobs. Right up next to air pilots and crane operator is hairdresser, because you're stepping into someone's most personal space. But when we talk about this deeper resonance for you, you recently grabbed our attention on social media with a beautiful and very kind of vulnerable post. And I'm going to read it out loud if you don't mind. It says, reason for not giving up. From living in a caravan to an RDP house to living in a tiny home to home to home, so much more that I could wish I could explain. Mom, I thank you for never giving up on us. No matter what we had, you always made a way. We will get to where we want to be one day. I know God ain't done with us. Where do you get that hope from? What urged you to post such vulnerability and open up your journey?
Look, I did not post this for any sympathy or any sorries, you know. I hardly post about my past, and most of my clients, like my newer clients, they would always ask me like, what high school did you go to? And when I say like in the rural areas, and then they're like shocked. So I just felt like, let me just post a little something about the past, you know, because people, like, I wouldn't say people forget, but people don't really know, especially new clients. So I did not post this for any sympathy. I posted it firstly to show that I ain't shy of my past. And I mean, like, I never knew as a young kid that we were actually struggling. Like, I thought that caravan was like a spaceship, like running around it, getting into it, all of that. And like, firstly, no sympathy, and just showing that I do not regret my past. And also, like, a lot of people say you shouldn't look back at your past or whatever, but I always tell myself, look back now and then to see how far you've come, you know.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need your own motivation to go a bit forward, and that's why I posted it.
Completely, brother. And obviously, from my bird's eye view of where the country's at right now, I'm going to flip the script and say how important it is that young men and young women who are living that reality right now see you living your reality and the changes that you've been able to make. That representation is absolutely vital. And you've taken it a step further. You're not just prompting belief, but you're helping to empower establishing your own salon in a community that recognized your talents. How are you focused on helping others unlock their potential and their confidence? Why is this such an important thread in your life?
It's very important because I felt like on my journey, I had so much people like whether it be hate or motivation, like in every single person in my life had their role to play, whether it be hate or not, you know. And I had to keep telling myself, like, I can't be bothered by the hate, positivity. I just need to keep myself positive because not everyone can be the main character in your life, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I just feel like what I'm going off the question right now. So can you remind me there quickly?
Yeah, your motivation to give to others and empower others, man.
Yeah, like I love seeing change because I've obviously witnessed what how my life has changed and how people has changed my life in those small journeys of my big journey. So I don't mind giving my extra time. I want to give, you know, and I feel like I've been put on earth to give with my talent I have. Yeah.
And you're doing it every single day, whether it's conscious or subconscious. There is a reason, a motivation, a why behind what you're doing, and that puts you in the pound seat, my friend. I'm so glad that the future of your industry and your community is in your hands, my brother. We're so proud of you, my friend. Thank you, and keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're on it.
Thank you so much.
An absolute legend and a voice for the passion behind change right now. His passion for hairstyling and barbering and bringing everyone with him in his success exceeds any boundaries he may have experienced in his own past. And this echoes perhaps the greatest testament to his perseverance and success. This is what we need to tap into. And remember, you can watch this week's Last Repeat episode to see a narrative like this play out in KRUSH's Unlock Your 100% on Sunday at 8 p.m. only on SABC2. Time to be inspired.